To you, Scorpios. I've been up underneath the weather, but I actually feel better now. A lot better compared to how I felt early in the morning. I feel better. My energy is starting to come back, thankfully. And you have the Ten of Swords, the Judgment, and then you, Scorpios, also have the Six of Wands. Let's get right into it. Um, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I'm so thankful to have the position that I'm in with this tarot reading stuff. Just I broke through all kind of barriers. People, Pyrus watch me, the B's watch me, C's watch me, people from New York watch me, California, Mexican people from different countries. To see how it is that I've really broken through barriers, it's amazing. It really is. I've broken through so many different barriers to the point where it's transcendent. Like, I don't like pretty much every kind of person watches me. You know what I mean? So it really is an amazing feeling. And this is why it is that I was saying that people have a responsibility to really set the right examples before I begin, because to have this much influence at 20,000 subs, 20.300 or 20.3 thousand subs, right? To be this influential, you gotta be very careful about what you do. And this is why, as I say a million times, this is not a cult, because it's not. It's not a cult. It's not. Not only is it not one, but real talk, like, this YouTube channel really pushes me to really become better, because I have to set a good example. I have to. I have to set a great example, because so many people watch me from all different walks of life. But let's get into it for you, Scorpios. But so for you, Scorpios, the Ten of Swords, the Judgment, and the Six of Wands. I don't have to have millions of subs, but the impact that I've made and that y'all have had me make. That's why it is I say I'd be nowhere without y'all, because it's the truth. I'd be nowhere if y'all didn't listen to the stuff that I had to say. So the credit, we all got to share the credit. You know what I'm saying? Most of the credit got to go to y'all. I'll take 25%, y'all take 75%. But I'm a little bit up underneath the weather. I'm kind of messed up, but I feel better now. My strength is returning. Anyway, for you Scorpios, the Ten of Swords and the Judgment is about how you Scorpios actually feel good about the disposition that you're in, because this sense of betrayal is behind you. It's not in front of you. It's not something that you Scorpios have to figure out. It's actually behind you. You not really, like, you've actually dealt with the trauma that you Scorpios have experienced, and you've moved forward because of it. And because you've actually dealt with the trauma, this puts you in a very good disposition, because now you Scorpios happen to be in a very good place, because you're not carrying the baggage that other people will try, right? Like, people will try to make it seem like Scorpio is the worst zodiac sign. And it's like, I don't, like, to be fair with you, I really don't think that there's a worse zodiac. And I don't think I've ever said that there was a worse zodiac sign. I don't think I've ever said that, because I know the good side and I know the bad side of each zodiac signs. So I don't think personally, I mean, maybe someone can correct me about that, but I don't think in the 10 years of me doing tarot on YouTube, I don't ever think that I've ever said that any zodiac sign, I don't care which one it is the worst. I've said that there's zodiac signs that I have the most trouble with, but I've never said that there was a zodiac sign that I think is just the flat out worst. So the way that people have marked you Scorpios, it's a little bit unjustified. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a little bit unjustified, because it's a situation where, like, and this is why it is that you Scorpios, you don't have to deal with this, because you felt like this, where people that you got yourselves into some sort of connection with would make you feel terrible, would make you feel down, try to get your happiness or get your joy from you because bah humbug, right? Your Scorpios and this, that, and the third, and you know, whatever. And then would use passive aggressive behavior. You know, passive aggressive behavior is the language narc people use. Everybody want to talk about narcs and stuff like this. But passive aggressive behavior is the language or the tool that narcs use, just to let you Scorpios know, just so that everybody can get a good understanding, right? Because as you know, I'm breaking it down more and more and more. There's always something new that I could essentially begin to talk about. So now that you Scorpios don't have to put that behind you, the Five of Cups and the High Priestess is about how you Scorpios are glad that you actually broke free from this dysfunction. However, you're also kind of upset because it took you so long, but it also took you long for you Scorpios to actually be able to understand that when a person is treating you like this, not to sit in it, not to just lay down and accept it, that if it doesn't feel good like that, if it's truly something truly disrespectful like that, then yeah, 9 chances out of 10 is probably the best thing for you to leave because the reason why is because it doesn't actually get any better. It really will get worse over time because now you start to be kind of, I'm hungry. Now you start to get kind of orientated into the way that they think. So you start to think like they think. And so because of that situation, right? Because of that, now you're in a particular situation where like you now want to, right? You Scorpios now, excuse me, want to date people who are a little bit more transparent and brave, because it takes bravery to let the person know, you know, I like you, you know, because I don't know if this Scorpio woman watches my channel. I hope she does. But a Scorpio woman was basically telling me today that she loves me, and I was like, I love you too. And look at the dimple. I was like, I love you too. And I do, you know. And the situation with her is that you Scorpios just want someone that's more transparent, because like it is that I just finished saying, like passive aggressive behavior is the language that narcs use, or people who are egomaniacs use. They won't be direct, they won't be transparent. They'll scheme, they'll plot, they'll do all kind of goofy stuff. And when it comes out, it's goofy because to see how far they're willing to go over something that could have actually been worked out from direct talking, right? If the two of you actually directly talked. And so the situation for you Scorpios is that this is more so about like you Scorpios have healed a lot from the passive aggressive behavior that other people have showed you. So now the Justice and Three of Cups is all about how, since that's the case, this is about you Scorpios actually wanting to do right by others. So this is about like you Scorpios being like, you don't want to do this to other people the way that you got done. So you Scorpios are learning how to be better people, so that when you engage with a person romantically, you're not inadvertently doing this stuff on autopilot, where it's like you may not necessarily mean to actually do this to another person, but you doing it because you've become so accustomed to the repetition that you end up doing it. Remember, as this I said before, from the book Melanated People, right? Edited, excuse me, by Bobby Hemmett. You know, Bobby, shout outs to Bobby. Bobby said himself in the book, or it was edited by him basically, that people who are caught up in the whole vampiric thing, the ones that are real deep into that type of like and into that kind of stuff, the ones that are really caught up into that stuff because there's different variations of like vampires in the book, is what Bobby Hemmett was talking about. Bobby Hemmett is a spiritualist, by the way, but Bobby Hemmett was talking about it himself, how it is that he was saying that where people get caught up at was people are in a situation where like vampiric people try to break their target down, and they try to make it so that their personality almost like it's like the person, it's like Get Out. It's like Get Out, like how like your personality, your person, like you have the body and it's you in it, but like the vampiric person is almost like pushing your who you are down deeper, 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 lower, 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 lower into the subconscious mind, to where their consciousness fills you. And you Scorpios don't want to do that to other people. You don't want to make it so that you have to do that to other people. And so you Scorpios are learning how to be better people. And the King of Cups, the Hermit, and the Wheel of Fortune, you're definitely not going to do that to other people. You are determined not to. So there's a sense of you Scorpios wanting to legitimately figure out ways in which you can be better, every way in which you could be better, how you could communicate with people more directly, transparently, how you can actually get the point across without being mean-spirited and stuff like this, how to explain yourself a little bit better. Everybody talk about don't explain yourself. Well, sometimes you should explain yourself, because when people understand your mentality, sometimes it does have people kind of understand things from your perspective, right? This is why I said in my last Aries video, to kind of explain everything sometimes, because sometimes people will treat you with a heavy hand if you don't actually explain certain things, like, hey, X, Y, Z, da, 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 da. This is where my mentality is. And so the Hermit, now let's clarify the Hermit. Three of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the Hanged Man, Queen of Swords, and then the Knight of Wands, to clarify the Hermit, right? So the thing is, the Three of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the Hanged Man speaks to how you, it speaks to how you Scorpios, right? The Three of Cups is you Scorpios essentially being proud of yourselves, because this is about you Scorpios making sure that you do not experience this. You do not pass this dysfunction on to other people. And the Queen of Wands and the Hanged Man represents, a lot of people would admire that about you, because it's totally a spin on what most people would think a Scorpio would be about. Most people would think a Scorpio is about revenge, but the fact that you Scorpios would be so inviting and lovely and just prepared, just knowing what you do, how to do it, how to communicate with other people, you know what I mean? Just has skills. The words are skills. Words are skills, right? Or speaking to people is a skill. Not just that, but just doing things well, knowing how to communicate, knowing your own emotions, knowing other people's emotions, stuff like this. A lot of you Scorpios just know how to do that. A lot of people will admire you, and they won't really expect that from you, right? Because it's too good. As I've talked about, it's too good. It's like You know, you Scorpios got a lot going on. A lot of you Scorpios got bodies too. A lot of y'all be out here looking good. I'm telling you. So the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Wands. Um, Queen of Swords is about, and that's another thing too, like you're not holding grudges or looking to get revenge, or like you're different is the point that I'm trying to make. And the thing is that the Knight of Wands is about how it is that you people will see that about you, you know. So that's pretty much it. I'm good. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Oh yeah, trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. We're at 20,300 and change. Smash the subscribe button, like button, hit the notification bell. Set the notification bell to all so you'll be notified whenever I drop my videos.